Hi everyone and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel and I'm your reader every time you visit this channel. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you again. And if you're new here, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you'll be aware whenever I release a reading. This reading is intended for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. If you need help finding your placements, there's a link in the description box down below. Also, if you're watching for an Aquarius, this may feel like a message for you about your Aquarius, so if you need to reverse the roles, please feel free to do so. In addition to that, there will be a link down below if you need to book a personal reading with me. It'll take you to my store, and you'll be able to select whatever reading that you need. Now I'm going to shuffle the deck, and we'll get right into your love reading for the month of October, Aquarius, or anyone watching for Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, or anyone watching for Aquarius. So I've shuffled your cards, I've pulled them out, and this is a very interesting situation that I'm seeing in regards to your love life. Now, the Death card wanted very much to come out in the reverse as I was shuffling. So it's showing me that there's an energy of stagnation, things that need to come to a close that are not coming to a close. And I feel like that has you kind of blowing things up this month. You could be making a lot of decisions to do something different. It's almost like you're becoming claustrophobic in your life. Now, what's most interesting to me is it looks as though your environment is what's really causing stagnation. The reason that you're where you are, which you're in the energy of the Star in the reverse, which that is your card. So it's showing me that you're out of alignment with yourself. And I feel like that's really based on the relationships that you've been keeping in your life. It looks like there could be people in your friend group. For some of you, this is a work environment, but this is more kind of like a friends and family vibe. There's people that are really affecting your love life. This could be because of gossip. This could be people who have ulterior motives. It seems as though it's almost like people have their own opinions about things. Maybe they're the kind of people that smile in your face and tell you that they support you, but behind your back, they're really spreading your business. For whatever reason, though, it seems as though you've cared a lot about what these people think, whether it's presently or in the past, and now you're getting into a place where it doesn't matter as much. It almost feels like you've based a lot of your decisions on how these people will react. So I feel like this is affecting your love life in regards to the fact that there was an opportunity here to be with somebody, and the Judgment is coming through in the upright. So it's showing me that there was a chance to try to work through things, but it looks as though that energy has kind of dissipated, and now you're in the aftermath of choosing to not reconcile or work things out with your person. We do have reconciliation. Now, last month, I know you got free yourself, and it looked like you had an opportunity to speak to someone. And I actually had someone in the comments say, well, how am I supposed to reconcile with someone when it's saying to free myself? Well, you kind of got that same energy. And I think the freeing yourself has a lot to do with freeing yourself from other people's expectations that are in your friend group or your family, because it looks like based on how they feel or what they think you should be doing, perhaps it's a parent. We do have a Queen of Pentacles coming out in the reverse. And so that can be kind of that smothering mother, the person who really demands a lot from their children, or the kind of person who lives through their children. And so they only support the kinds of decisions that they themselves would make. We have a Queen of Cups coming out in the reverse for something that can hurt. That can be the energy of someone who is very dissatisfied with their own life. They're jealous, they're possessive. For some of you, you may have Capricorn in your chart, because Capricorn was kind of dealing with an energy like that, whether it was an ex or a shared custody arrangement where someone was very much meddling in their affairs. Okay, so maybe check out Capricorn if you have that as well, because that was an issue for them. Now, Justice is coming out in the reverse as well. So there's a lot of cards here that are showing me that for some of you, you have a very toxic friend group or a very toxic family situation. Now, if that's not the case, this could even talk about you wondering or worrying about what other people will say if you actually go for something that you want. You always sacrificing for others. And so that's what people have come to expect, or that's what you expect of yourself, is to put other people first. For some of you, perhaps you've been a single mother for a very long time and you couldn't fathom putting a relationship into your life with your children, or you've been a single father, and the idea of integrating someone into your life is very scary in regards to what your children expect, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be people outside of your situation that are meddling. It could be kind of another aspect of yourself that gets triggered when you think about having to change your life in some fashion. But this looks a lot like it's more people. For those of you that it's not, though, then it would be a part of you that is kind of giving you negative self-talk or causing doubt. Situation for the month is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is showing me that you're feeling smothered, and that came out very strongly because we actually had the Smothered Oracle card come out, as well as addictions in the reverse and promises in the reverse. And that really kind of is what that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse talks about, is withdrawing an offer, whether it's commitment, time, energy. It could be that you're starting to create distance between yourself and other people that you feel like are judging you. We had the Judgment and the Justice come out. So it seems like there's a lot of people that are very concerned about what you're doing. And I feel like you're going to be giving them something to talk about later in the month, because it seems as though you're going to start withdrawing from people. We have the Future card coming out in the reverse. So for some of you, we even have the Friends Oracle. You're going through all of your phone numbers, your contacts on social media, and you're starting to delete people or block them because you're realizing that you've put a lot of stock into other people and what they think you should do. But I feel like you're starting to kind of see these people for who they are. They're not growing, they're not changing, they're not doing anything different. It doesn't seem like these people are really adding anything of value to your life with that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. We actually had unrequited love come out. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I feel like for you, you're starting to really learn from the reactions and the interactions you're having with people. Say you have a friend and you're telling them something great happened to you, and then you see that they're not genuinely happy for you, right? Or say that there's someone that you're very interested in getting to know, or there's that one who got away, or somebody that you'd like to talk to, and you notice the way that people react when you bring up that person's name. It's almost the energy of you being surrounded, Aquarius, by a lot of people who are not happy with their lives. They're not happy with their accomplishments. They're unstable. This is kind of the energy of misery loves company. And for you, you don't want to live that way, right? I think perhaps you didn't see these people that way for a long time, but whoever this energy is that you've dealt with in your past, they brought the Judgment. So it's almost like you got a fresh pair of eyes. Maybe you met someone who looked at your life and they either showed you that you could do better than what you were doing, and then they left, or they weren't giving enough and you realized that you deserved better and you left, right? It could go either way. But whatever this past relationship was, what this person showed you was actually the catalyst for you to start reassessing your entire environment. Now, thoughts and feelings for the month is the Nine of Pentacles, and that's coming out in the upright. So I'm seeing you putting a lot of concentration into building something for yourself. This is going from being in an energy where you may be asking people, hey, what do you think about this person? Or what do you think about this life choice? Now, suddenly it's like, you know what? I don't really give a damn what you think. I didn't even think to ask you what you thought because it's none of your business. This is my decision, right? I feel like for you, Aquarius, you're starting to get very clear about what you want in life. And you're starting to realize that a lot of the people that have been giving you advice can't tell you how to get where you're going because they've never been there, right? So if you're trying to start a business and you want to learn how to make $1 million, you got all these people around you telling you you need to keep your job or you can't do it. Well, they're broke. Who are they to be financial advisors? Same goes for love. perhaps you've fallen in love with someone and maybe you have ebbs and flows in your relationship. And these people just downgrade or talk badly about this person, or talk badly about you, or who would settle for you, or, whatever. If people like throw out little shit where they're like, haha, just kidding. When in reality, they're not kidding, right? They wanted to say it, so they did. And it's unacceptable. So they try to throw just kidding in there so that you don't, hold them accountable. These are the kind of people, they have no healthy relationships. Nobody loves them. Their marriage is in turmoil, but they're giving relationship advice, right? It's kind of one of those situations where you're starting to see that these people don't want to lose you. They don't want you to flourish or blossom or move out of where you are, where they keep you, right? Now, your most likely action for the month is the Justice in the reverse. So that really is talking about severing ties with people who, it's almost like they've elected themselves to be your officials for how you govern things, what you communicate to the world, how you express yourself. You're really starting to take your own power back and take control of the situation, which is actually going to create you stepping away from people emotionally, doing a lot of soul searching this month, evaluating your life. Are you where you are because that's where you chose to be? Or is it because you allowed other people to dictate for so long what you needed or what they needed from you? You're going to be doing a lot of introspection. I don't feel like you're really letting a lot of people in this month. And it's interesting because your person, if you have a love interest, is actually matching your energy as they're coming through with the Hermit energy. So they're kind of doing the same thing for those of you who are curious if you have someone that you're interested in. I think with this Four of Cups, for how this is going to affect your situation, this is you actually looking back at every opportunity that you may have missed or turned down because you didn't feel like you were worth it, good enough, deserved it, whatever it is. It's like things that you've let pass you by based on emotions. Could be doubt, lack of self-confidence. You're starting to think about who is building me up in my life, who has really told me, that I'm a valuable person, and who always creates that extra doubt, right? This is you really spending the time to look at your own emotional stability and kind of figure out where you want to go from there. So it's a little bit of a break, but it's much needed, right? Because you can't keep doing things the way you've been doing them. Now, we did talk a little bit about energy that can hurt. Queen of Cups in the reverse. So this could be someone who has a tendency to really lay guilt trips on very thick. For some of you, you have very toxic friends or family that have any kind of addiction where they suck you back in when you're trying to get your life together. This is people who are like, oh, come drink with us, come party. And I feel like you'll be turning people down this month. This is also someone who's very jealous. And with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, if this is the same person that you're trying to break free from, and these are different attributes of their personality, this could be kind of that clingy ex who, now that you're friends, this person really oversteps their boundaries and has a way of smothering you, okay? I feel like you'll be kind of putting the kibosh on that this month, but that's just my opinion. This is also talking about you either being overly emotional or not being in touch with your emotions, because that really is kind of what guides you, your own North Star. It's your inner compass. So if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed this month, that's totally understandable because you're doing a lot of kind of reconstruction on yourself. It's like you're breaking down all the parts of you that have been formed and really sorting out whether or not you're a product of your environment and you've just kind of accepted other people's truths about you at face value, or are you a product of yourself and what you've chosen to be? Now, the advice for you this month, Aquarius, is the Ace of Wands. So this is talking about you. How do you portray yourself to the world? Is it in alignment with who you are? What makes you happy? What do you want? What gives you motivation? What drives you? I feel like for a lot of you, you just kind of are going through life in this state of, it's almost like being numb and not really feeling happy, not feeling sad, not feeling anything. And just kind of existing in a day-to-day capacity, especially with this future in the reverse. It could even be that someone has hurt you in the past, and so you don't kind of participate in life in the way that you're making these choices for yourself. and you're going after what you want. For some of you, you don't really have very strong opinions about what you want in life, because if you get your hopes up, what if it doesn't happen, right? The star in the reverse talks a lot about not having faith in yourself, not having faith in the future, and just kind of always living in this tower moment of feeling like, well, I could do this, but it's going to fall apart. I could have a relationship, but this person's going to cheat. It's you consistently talking yourself out of things rather than going after what you want, okay? So advice here is to probably disconnect from some of this toxicity, and it looks like you are on the cusp of doing that, and really spending some time thinking about what makes you happy, what brings you joy, right? Now, energy that can help is the 10 of Pentacles. So let's pull a card for that, because I'm seeing you as viewing the person that you're interested in as the 6 of Swords this month. You feel like they're moving on without you, and that's because they're showing you some Hermit energy. So let's see what's going on with 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups reversed, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. The World in the reverse. All right. So this is talking about your family, your friends. 10 of Pentacles in this particular deck, if you take a look at it, I hope you can see it and there's not a glare, but it's like, this is what dead everything, right? Dead beetles, or maybe they're alive, I don't know. But, skulls, bones, and a treasure map to find what you really want, right? Whole lot of empty boxes. It's kind of dry, kind of dusty. That's kind of what you're dealing with, in all honesty. Instead of allowing your environment or your friends or your family to dictate to you where you should be, right? Realize that it's empty. You're getting what you can out of the situation, but it's depleted and it depletes you, right? This is kind of the energy of taking everything that you've been through, looking at your family, and deciding that you're going to be the reason that all of the generational curses in your family come to an end, rather than you allowing the cycle to perpetuate. Because if you are successful, they'll be upset, right? Or they'll mooch off of you, and it's easier to not have things because you don't have to set boundaries if there's nothing for people to take. You get what I'm saying? This is you also taking a look at relationships, because I'm seeing a karmic partner in your life with the 6 of Cups in the reverse, the World in the reverse, and the 4 of Pumpkins. There's somebody that you're holding on to that it's time to let go of. Now, I don't think that it's this energy that came through here with this Judgment, because this actually talks about something different. It does talk about karma. It talks about karma being balanced. This person, we have a Queen of Swords reversed, so it could be an air sign that has removed themselves from this situation, or you've removed yourself from an air sign. Tell me about that. And King of Wands, 2 of Cups. So there is someone in your life that you feel like is your other half. I don't feel like they're in your space right now because of this Hermit energy and you viewing them as having moved on. I feel like you've got people in your life that do not have your best interest in mind. And with this 4 of Pentacles and the World in the reverse, this is asking you to move backwards to the energy of the Judgment card and look at the decisions you're making about what to hold on to. Now, with this treasure map here, this is actually talking about using what you perceive to be a failure as a way to chart your own success, right? And that's what has to do with kind of this free yourself energy. Because when we look at all the things that have gone wrong, which will be in the 4 of Cups energy this month, rather than empowering yourself, it starts to escalate. And then you get back to that energy over here of like, well, I could do this, but it doesn't work. And my mom never did this, and my dad didn't do that. And you get what I'm saying? You have to free yourself from these limiting beliefs and start taking control of your life. Now, it may be contacting this person. It may not be. It may be finding the part of yourself that perhaps you never allow to shine through, right? It could be finding the part of yourself that at one point you were there and then you lost it based on the things that you've seen or been through. It's time to kind of re-solidify your commitment to yourself this month. Now, we had pay attention to the red flags coming out in the reverse. So I feel like in regards to your family situation, or whoever these people are that seem kind of negative, this is something that you've not been paying attention to, because I feel like you're trying to give these people the benefit of the doubt. But we have the High Priestess clarifying this. So this really talks about when you're not trusting your intuition, right? This is going to take some strength to look at people and say, you know what you think, that's on you, but it's not in alignment with what I want for me. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. You're going to have to harness that Gemini magician energy where you're communicating to people what you want, and you're really starting to manifest that for yourself and use all of the tools available. Having a very can-do attitude about what you're going to build for yourself rather than allowing people to decide for you what you have to accept, right? Let me pull some cards to look at your person, because we had getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Swords. Okay, so this looks as though there's a tendency to leave when things start to get intense. And it could very well be that you feel as though it's not worth the risk, that this situation, whatever this judgment is alluding to, whoever this is, when you start to get around them, it feels a little bit uncomfortable is what this is looking like. The Star in the reverse, that's exactly it. So there's kind of this energy of feeling like if it moves too fast, you get triggered, you get scared, and that's because you have a lot of conditioning from the people in your environment, and this could even be from 50 years ago. It could be old memories of family, drama, or people talking to you badly, right? There's something about this person's energy that makes you feel as though you are not enough, right? I feel like the hard part is with this judgment and you feeling the Two of Cups for this person. This is the energy of feeling like it's almost like they like you more than you like you, or they love you more than you love you. So this is something that it's like, I can't believe in this because it's going to end quickly. It's going to be painful. I can't allow this to blossom or see where it goes because this person's going to see the things about me that I don't show people, and they're going to leave, right? I feel like some of the advice here with that Ace of Wands is to go after what you want, but take it slow, because we have Temperance, right? So it talks about balance. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing situation. This is something that you can absolutely start again if you want, and you can dictate the pace of this in a way that makes you feel comfortable, right? Because even though you perceive this person as moving on, you perceive them as wanting to be alone, we have Seven of Cups. So they're actually just kind of sitting around thinking about you, is what this really looks like, even if they're not showing it because of the Three of Cups reversed. They could be trying to date other people because they feel like you're not wanting to reconcile with them, but there's still an energy of feeling Eight of Cups reversed like they would return to you if that was something that you wanted, okay? It seems like you have a karmic partner in your midst. It seems like for some of you, this could be a twin because you're very much mirroring each other's energy this month of thinking about one another and kind of going within. So I'm going to take a look at the person that came through that you're actually wanting to have some sort of discussion with versus the person who's coming through as manipulative and kind of a smother, and someone who's jealous and has a tendency to sabotage. It looks like whatever this other connection is that you kind of want. So I will put the extended reading preview at the end of this reading so you can take a look at that if it interests you. Outside of that, Aquarius, good luck with this, and you take care of yourselves. I will speak to all of you again soon. Bye. And so I feel like this is somebody that really does have your best intention in mind. This is someone who would like you to consider them as at least a friend. They'd like to be more. That's coming through very strongly because we did have the Love card come out in the upright. But this person also feels as though you're not in a space where you can truly give to them 100% because there's always something that seems like it's in the way. There's something that behind closed doors when you're together, it's like you're on one wavelength, but then when you get out in public and other people are around, it feels as though it's something different. And so this person is wishing that there could be more consistency in this connection. Now, we did have separation come out for your person. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And we had express your love coming out in the reverse. So this is showing me that your person is not in a space of wanting to communicate at this time. And I think that's because they've been in this hermit energy where they've been doing a lot of thinking. And now it's time for our subscriber spotlight. Because you all show me so much love and support every month, I want to show you how much I appreciate it by taking the time to recognize you. If you're doing something cool that you want to tell me about, send me an email so I can feature you in my newsletter and my monthly videos. This month's subscriber spotlight shines on C.D. Timms from Australia. Mr. Timms has just written and published his first children's book about a curious dinosaur named Bonnie, who goes on a wild adventure. The book garnered rave reviews at my mom's daycare, and I'm sure the children in your life will love it too. To purchase Bonnie Dinosaur, you can visit Amazon or click the link in the description box below. Congratulations, Mr. Timms, on your new book. I wish you so much happiness and success in your literary career.